I get a lot of questions from people about how to train pole at home when you don't have a pole. And that kind of explains itself. If you don't have a pole at home, you can't actually train the physical pole move because you don't have a pole. But some things we could do to condition certain movements are basically the movements, but the dance version, not the pole dance version. Because if you didn't know, dance came before pole dance, and all of our moves come from dance. So let's talk about a couple of those. Number one, we have our dip spin or 360, which looks like this. If I don't have a pole at home, I can absolutely practice this. It's just a lunge, squat, lunge. Is that going to be the exact same thing? No. But if you're doing this on elevate or with shoes on, it's going to make it a lot harder. So instead of keeping my foot flat, if I try to stay on this elevate, sweep the leg around, squat, sweep the leg around to a lunge, I can actually practice the balance that I would need for my dip spin. The arms are going to be different. I'm not necessarily holding them here. But if I'm stepping with my right foot, I'm going to sweep the right arm up to help me turn. The back left arm is just going to come forward, which would be my pole grip. So I'm starting with a lunge, sweeping. Then when I shift the weight, I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm switching my arms to help me sweep back and forth. I go the opposite direction, my left leg is my lunge leg, which means my left arm is going to go up, right arm forward. So I'm thinking pivot, lunge. Then I'm going to switch. This top arm is going to go down, the bottom arm is going to go up, and that's my dip spin. Is it going to be exactly your dip spin? No. But as you practice this, you can absolutely be practicing as if it were spins or turns, which can help you with your dip spin if you're trying to get that balance. Move number two, we have a standard pirouette. I call it a wrist roll pirouette, you might call it something else. That's just a literal pirouette. You're in passe, maybe you're in coupe, you're in some type of toe to leg. If you are a dancer, you know that the toe comes behind, heel forward. If you're a pole dancer and this is new to you, just think about bringing your toe to the side of your leg. It can be ankle, calf, knee, wherever you want to bring it. My opposite foot, if I'm going to pivot on it, I want to pivot on just one part, so the ball of my foot. I don't really want to pivot on the heel, but you could if you wanted to. Now, you can do this either way with your pivoting foot in front or in back. Depends on which direction you're going to make it easier. So if I'm going to pivot backwards over my right shoulder, I want to start with my right leg in front so I can sweep the leg around and up. If I were going to pivot over my left shoulder, I'd want to start with the right leg behind so I can sweep it forward and up, helping me get the momentum. So step one is just going to be lift the toe up to the leg while lifting the heel of my standing leg. Then I'm going to start with a baby pivot. So I have my right leg in front, pivot. Right leg in front, pivot. And I can do the opposite as well. So right leg in back, pivot. Right leg in back, pivot. You can also use your arms to pull and lift up as you're doing these pivots. So I like to have them up as I start, but you can also throw them with you. So if my right leg is in front and I'm going to turn to the right, I'm going to reach my arms up to the right. I want to land them overhead so they're not tilting to the side, but I want to throw them up towards the right so that everything's going up to the same side. Now, practicing these small variances of pirouette can be really helpful when you go to do the pirouette on the pole because it's going to help you with balance. Yes, there are other things we could be doing, but for now, since we don't have a pole, practicing this position and practicing a bit of a pivot could be helpful. The last thing you can practice without a pole is body rolls. You can actually practice body rolls with a door frame. Pretty simple. You can also practice them without anything at all because your body roll is just a snake-like movement through your spine. If you want to hold something, you can hold the inside of a door frame. So you're standing in the door frame, here's the molding, you can grab your fingers on either side. That being said, you could pull it off, so be careful. We don't want to put too much body weight into it. So if I have my door frame, I can absolutely just focus on the movement of my body. If I need it to be stable, I can practice my leg wave with my body roll as well. Or you can do this without any object. So if I don't want to hold anything, I can think about doing my body roll and balancing on my free foot. I'm using my body roll leg wave foot as a kickstand if needed, or I can just practice rolling through the movements, getting used to it. I'm not saying it's going to be great. I'm not saying it's going to be beautiful, but it is going to help you with fluidity. So think about the movements you're doing on pole and how to do them off of pole. All of these movements came from something else, so definitely can be done without a pole. Think yoga, just your standard traditional dance, sometimes mixed martial arts. So all these movements can be done without a pole. Whether you're doing them with a pole or not, please stay safe with your training.